Hello fellow academics and welcome back to the next episode of Going Medieval. We're trying this again. Playing survival, very hard difficulty, lone wolf start, and I have selected all of this before, but it's basically all just random. Hillside on a medium-sized map, here's the seed if you want to replay it, and this is our character. He does have a preference for construction, so overall not too bad, and we'll just take whatever this gives us. So let's go. Alright, the last episode was pretty much a failure. We ended up with, an immediate attack that, kind of killed us. So that is good to know, I guess. There are a couple of options that we can try out in order to hopefully prevent this from happening again. And I think the Merlons are kind of the way to go. We need to, in a sense, be higher up and then have these overhangs from the Merlons. And hopefully that will prevent the enemies from ultimately attacking and, well, not from attacking, but from just being able to wander into our village after destroying the smallest piece of builds. All right, I'm gonna start. First things first, we're gonna equip the bow. We're gonna equip the hat. And once that is done, I'm going to pause the game. I'm gonna go into overview, domestic, set our dog to Hall, and assign him to Swetrick. Our dog's name is Hades. Excellent. Hopefully that doesn't mean we're screwed, but we will see. We will see. All right. Next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna have a look around. Actually, there should be some dead animal bodies for us to harvest, maybe at least. I don't want to harvest the rats. They're a little bit too much effort for just not enough food. Nowhere to store. I guess that is fine. Oh, hares could be kind of good. Rat. Where did the hares come from? Okay, we have one here. That one can be reached. And then there was another one somewhere. I really need to figure out, one of you left this comment to look into the resource distribution, where that actually is. Because it's not in here, I don't think so. Items, actually maybe. No, resources, here we go, food. Oh, there we go. Alright, that makes things a lot easier. Deers. Oh, I wish I would have known this way back then. It even tells you how expensive they are. Very cool. Alright, so we have that figured out. Sorry, I forgot your username, but thank you so much for that comment. I'm already loving it. Alright, gonna make sure we're setting this up, but I haven't found a good base area to build on, to be honest. We want to build up high. I guess one side could be... Actually, how about this area? No, it won't quite work. Because we could put the Merlons up here, but then we're still attackable from this side. What if we're gonna put our build in this corner right here? Our main building, basically. Now, we will have an entrance here. If we block this part off up here, actually maybe we don't even need to block this off. We could even build up this way. Right, a little pathway down here, chop this down. Mine a little area here, put the Merlons around it. And maybe that will give us enough protection. Alright, I think this is what we're gonna try. So Next thing we need to do is, as per usual, set our default stockpile down so we can build around it. And I think we're gonna try to utilize the existing walls as part of our initial house build. So I'm gonna make this a little bit longer, which I think will be okay. Just need to make sure if we're building, we would still kind of want to mine down here, right? Unless we build relatively thick walls here. They could still get through the walls though, so that's not great. Will we be able, we might be able to actually mine through here. Because if we mine through here, put a wall up, would we want to build a wall up? Maybe we should build it up here, actually. Because that is kind of easy enough to defend with Merlons. Alright, let's give this a try. So, new plan. We're gonna go up here. Making sure we have enough space for walls and everything. Might even put our... all of this is hard to figure out. Alright. No, this is too small. That won't give us enough space. Alright, down here it is, and we are gonna mine around here, try to mine like a 2-level area in the hope that that will be enough to, once we put Merlons on one side, to keep them out. Alright, so we do have a stockpile now, and I've talked way too long already. So let's unpause the game and have our dog and our settler do their thing. We will need, once this is all harvested, we will need a ton of wood to build everything that we want to build. So I'm gonna set this relatively large area to drop down. Forgot what our botany skill was. Probably not that great. Oh well, I think that'll be okay. Alright, one more. Actually, I'm gonna set this up right now. Let's see. Let's actually cancel one of you. Oh, we definitely need to allow these. And then he goes into chopping. Good, good, good. So first, we want to make sure we place our wooden wall just over here. We would still need to kind of build out of this way. Alright. So that will kind of create our initial barrier. Does make me remember, we want to make sure he cuts plants first instead of getting resources for construction. So we can actually build this a little bit faster. Wait, no. Go on. Let's have our dog bring the food over first. While we chop stuff down. Okay, this should kind of work. You're still hungry? Where were you gonna go? Oh, to the raw mushrooms. Alright. Here, consume a packaged meal. Alright, so we've started building around here. I think it is fair enough to keep putting walls around this way. And then this weirdly shaped building, first building, will be our first room. Which means I want to move this in here. And then delete this one. Alright. So you are still building everything. Cool, cool, cool. let's make sure this time around we are going to use... Why would you chop this up here? Don't know. Let's make sure we place these down. So we have a rooftop, and I'm going to stabilize this building with a central pillar until we unlock the thing that we need to unlock. The wooden beam. The next thing we're going to place down is a sleeping spot just in this corner right there, right next to a brick fireplace, which does make me think we need to... I prioritize getting some of the clay materials. Where is clay? Let's actually go into overview, resources, materials, names, clay. Here we go. And just allow it all. Let's set this one also up to a high priority. I can't believe I never knew about this part. It is so useful. Alright, you are building. Gonna go into schedule. Make sure you are working throughout the night until you are basically done. Although you are now focusing on building, which I... Oh. Maybe I shouldn't place down wicker floors. Thermal insulation 0.2. Actually don't quite know if this will do the trick for us. But I think relatively quickly we're gonna put in a second floor up here. I do need to make sure we keep a entrance on this side. So replace one of the walls with a door. Getting resources for construction. Don't tell me you went to get the clay. Let's have a quick look. Construction is on level 1. I'm going to set it to level 2. So he can focus on chopping down these buildings. We will see relatively quickly once we have enough material to build the rest. Surprised we don't have enough wood yet. We do. Excellent. Alright. Keep chopping, keep chopping. Yeah, I know you're very exhausted. After this one, I'm gonna prioritize you hauling it to the stockpile, and then you will hopefully start building stuff. I also have a good amount of these sticks, so that might be enough to build the roof as well. Maybe not. Alright, now you're sleeping? Okay, fair enough. We will get a negative mood modifier because we're sleeping outside, but let's assume that is overall okay. Alright. Now you are eating, which is fair. Go ahead and place these all down. Should also ultimately... Look at that. Go ahead and use those too. Let's have a look at our mood modifier. Slept outside -7. Understandable. We need to make sure you actually are also putting down a butchering table and a campfire right next to each other, and it's a weird shape place. Maybe I should have just moved this up this way. Do need you to prioritize this for now. We need you to actually cook some food before you actually start eating raw stuff. Alright, let's set this until we have 30 as usual. Prioritize constructing this one. And then we're gonna make sure cooking is actually a little bit higher than both of these, because we do need you to actually cook. There we go. Chop, chop, chop. So what do we have? Uncomfortable bed, company, tired, uncomfortable, ugly, desperate for booze. Slept outside, deprived of religious activity. You are, I think, an Oak Brethren, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead and place an Oak Brethren shrine out here. All right. It is moving along, slowly though. Oh, I forgot to set this up till you have 3. Let's make sure before you go cutting, you actually produce some food. You must be hungry now. Moderately tired. You haven't actually eaten any uncooked food. Interesting. Alright, 4 roasted meat, so that is good. You are very tired, I get that. Let's prioritize you chopping these down. And once you're done with both of these, you should be able to actually finish, well, at least the indoor part, and hopefully the shrine as well as things progress. All right. Sorry, I know you're tired. I do want you to be able to build this shrine quickly. Oh, come on. What is this bug where they can't finish the building until it's actually placed? Even now you can't finish it? There's enough wood here. You're actually not low expectations. I like that. Right. Let's also quickly go harvest. You're just gonna take power naps. Power naps are underrated. Alright, finish eating. Ate some nice meal. Cool. We're also gonna make sure that we put in a small wooden table over here with a wooden chair on this side. 1 will be enough for now. Napped a little bit more. Praying, which is good. We won't be able, the entertainment we should be able to fix. Alright, so let's place that down here. And the next thing that we also need to do is actually place some flooring down so our things don't decay on us. Alright. Now you're actually building all of these, but I do need you to just chop down a little bit more wood so you get some entertainment in, so you're not going mental on me in the long run or in the short run. So let's see how this goes. Okay, 1 more tree. Actually gonna make you harvest the herbs as well. $75, 84. So you should actually be able to finish building all of this. So prioritize hauling this to the stockpile. There we go. Did you? Yeah, I think I just told you to construct the wooden floor underneath. Alright. Moderately tired, that's not too bad. I can live with moderate. What happened to the other... Manage... No, let's go overview, resources. And let's set these to high priority. Okay, we did chop 1 down. I think we have 2 more already. Oh. Well, some predator ate the rest. Alright, go ahead and please start building. Okay, with that, basically our first room is done. It is very tiny, but we'll take it. Place another chair because there will be another settler coming, hopefully soon. And I think now we really need to start... Oh, something happened over here. Okay. We really need to start building our defenses up. So for now, I'm gonna try with just 2 gaps over here. And then we also wanna make sure that we have a ladder, not a ladder, a staircase in the back. That you can sleep while I plan the rest. Gonna chop you up, knock you down. Actually, we wanna kind of make the gap here. And technically we want to start like this. Let's make sure we're increasing the gap on this side as well. And for now, I'm going to pause chopping these down. All right. So this is not great because this will not be very well insulated. So let's go ahead and also put in... I should have planned this better. In all honesty, I did just misclick the first part. So, oops. Let's build these up here. Build them in like this. Not enough allowed resources, which is fine. I wonder if this will collapse. It might. But, you know, we gave it a try. Alright, so... with this in, we also want to make sure that it then has a roof. So let's place it like this. You are sleeping. You are probably cold. You are not cold. So that is good. Oh, we even haven't had the first merchant come in. And I'm just realizing these need to be turned into Merlons. But we also want to make sure we chop these down. Yeah, I think I kind of screwed up over here. Oh, here we go. So that's kind of the gap we need to build. And then we need to make sure you can also build this from the outside. Alright, let's actually low prioritize the construction. I prefer you cutting plants. And... mining would be good, but I think cutting plants for now is the better call. Alright, since we are cutting it off back here, we don't need to remove these. And then we have a little bit more space to expand. Don't quite know if they will be able to get up here. They swim over this place and then build a ladder up. Probably, to be honest. So, can we actually put that on top? Let's see if you are, I know you're currently chopping, are you able to build this right away? Where are you getting your resources from? Ooh, barley. Reminds me as well. Cooking, edit, no red currant, no barley. And it would have been nice to collect some red currant. Again, kind of need to plan a little bit ahead. We also have a bit more flaxseed over here. So gonna make sure harvest will actually now be the highest priority. Yeah, too many things to do. Not enough settlers. Alright. If we build it this way, actually... Actually, I can remove these. For now, at least. Alright, let's see how this goes. You're still harvesting. I guess the red currants are next. More rats around. Alright. I might just fast forward that a little bit. As again, maybe not the most interesting gameplay. Alright, the merchant is actually coming, so I'm quickly gonna talk a little bit more again. We're gonna increase the food production so we have something to sell, or at least a good amount to sell. We're already full in terms of storage over here, so let's expand the zone a little bit. Merchant, I find it very funny. He has a weapon and he just walks in. It's like, alright, hey guys. So I guess fair enough. Okay. I'm kind of glad we're building that top floor, because we're very quickly running out of time here. Alright, once you've made the next piece of meal, we're gonna talk to the merchant and see what he actually has to offer. Alright, Robert. Of course, you're hanging out up there, because why wouldn't you? Let's see, stick traps, no tart. We could buy the barley. Barley is too expensive. Dubious booze, absolutely. Let's get definitely some cabbage and some carrot. And then, you know what, let's get the apple seedlings as well. Alright, selling stuff. We have some stew, we have roasted meat. And the roasted meat will actually do it. We only need to sell 3 of them. Very cool. Gonna throw in some leather for you. Then we're gonna accept that. Of course, everything is up here. At least it won't rot and it won't decompose. Okay, cool. Yep, Sweatrick can sleep now, and like I said, I'm gonna pause a little bit again so we can avoid the gameplay lull. Just wanted to say, didn't he just drink already? So I think he has had 2 drinks already since we bought this. Let's double check. Yep, he did. So I think he's a heavy drinker. Excellent. Which will make it even harder, you know, to keep him happy. All right, you're building the stuff upstairs. I think I actually need you to start mining. Alright, and with that we are starting to prep at least our hopefully defendable area right there. Does remind me I need to set one more up to be knocked down here. And we want to make sure there's a bit of extra down there. Alright. And we're still chopping or like mining away like the extra level in front here. Okay. Things are somewhat progressing at least. Don't quite know if it's gonna work out though. Especially now. This will take a while to mine away. What is your mining skill actually? 10. 10 is not bad. I think we can live with 10. Let's make sure we start prepping the fences as well. And you have built this, so they shouldn't. I don't think they're able to build from the water. Oh, I don't quite know. Anyways, that's definitely something we will learn in this playthrough. Alright. Gonna pause again, because not very exciting gameplay. All right, and here's where it gets tricky. If we accept chill code, the attackers will come. We're still gonna do it. Gonna make sure your highest priority is, your highest priority is mining. Excellent. Which means I'm gonna set you away from mining. Actually, I'm gonna keep that on highest priority. Oh, what about our food actually? Okay, we're still good in food. But I want Sweatrick now to focus on constructing instead of mining. And in order to speed this up, we could try to forbid all of this. So let's give us a go. I don't think there is a shortcut for that. So let's just go ahead and manually go through so that Sweatrick can focus on the important stuff. All right, here we go. We are praying now. I think we still have like 2.5 days before it's kind of all over. While you are at it, I don't think you're injured. Mild concussion serious, but you are mining. Much better than in the last episode that we had. Alright, so that is pretty awesome. We also probably need to chop down more trees. But there's actually still a good amount of wood left. How much is a Merlon? Ooh, 10. Alright, pause. Take the bed. Copy it. Place it somewhere. And then you go ahead and build your bed. So you can sleep. Wonder where the material went though. Oh well. We'll have our herb seeds, our cabbage seeds. Where are our carrot seeds though? Don't tell me they get lost. I hope they are underneath the bed. You're still cold? You are chilly. And these will rot away kind of soon. Alright. We are making at least a little bit of progress. So I think what we're also going to do is set the material, like the raw material, specifically all of these to be stored outside. Yeah, coal as well, definitely. And in here, we're gonna go into the materials, raw materials, and do the inverse. Sticks and wood is okay, even though we don't really need to store it like right away. But overall, I think it will be beneficial for us. I'm also gonna expand this a little bit just to make sure we're not running out of space. And then we're gonna go ahead and make sure that these are highest priority. Don't slack off now. I know you just laid down. Very uncomfortable. I guess with the concussion, that kind of makes sense. So much for they're doing their job. They are not. Alright, I need to micromanage this, so... Gonna be quiet again, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Alright, day is over. Everyone's allowed to sleep a little bit. We have gotten a good amount more of wood out of this. But I don't think it's enough. That's definitely not enough yet. All of these cost 10 each. Unfortunately, I can't just select the ones that are still being constructed. Would be nice to see some sort of measure of how many resources are currently needed for certain constructions. But, oh well. Might also just chop down the trees up here while I'm at it. But yeah, I think we still need a good amount of material. Wonder if we could actually, if we chop these two down and put a door on either side, if we could actually go out there to shoot. Alright, enough time to sleep. Time to go mining. What is your... Oh, actually, you do like cutting down stuff as well. You're not good at it, apparently, but what is your construction skill? 3. Also not that good. Alright. 4 hours to go before they come, but we are done with the mining now. Which is excellent. One thing that we apparently need to do, though, is put down some wicker floor. And then expand these Merlons over to this side. The next thing, I'm gonna place more doors over here. And I think we're also gonna add a little bit of side defense here. Which hopefully should be enough. For us to defend all of this. We actually don't need this one. Oh, the one next to it collapsed as well because of it. I think that is actually okay. There's one thing that we can do is span out some flooring so we can get over. Alright. I think you are done chopping now. Let's put the construction part back on. Yeah, 180, so you would be able to place 18 of these. I don't quite know if that's gonna be enough, but we will see. I don't think we need that one. Yeah, we don't. Can we get away without this one? I don't want to risk that one, though. Alright. Defenses are coming up. Oh, the negotiator has shown up. I could try to negotiate, but I don't really don't want to be honest. Hey, I thought we had finished that one. Alright, and I think I need you to just start... you're gonna coalesce, so I'm gonna manually send you out to chop down some trees. More micromanagement, and I'm gonna be a bit more quiet again. Right, I think we have enough. So now we just need to finish building it. Still have 15 hours to go. So I think this will be... Well, what I am going to do now is I'm going to save. I call it a test. We're gonna not build our defenses up back here. And then we're just gonna see if they can actually build from the water without problems. Alright, We still have just a handful more to go. Two on this side and two up here. And they have actually almost put in the wicker floor up this way, which definitely useful. I am wondering about our food supply. It is gone. So let's have you get up in the middle of the night, quickly cook some food. Did you just wake up to grab some food? Ah, boy. At least you're sitting at a table. Excellent. And once this is done... Oh, hold on. They will actually be able to go up here if I don't defend against it. So definitely have a little bit more to go. Almost ruined that. Damn. Alright. Merlons, rotate it around. Didn't work. Go back in here, two here, one here, more here, there, and there. And I'll make sure it looks nice. Not that it matters too much. From what I understand, this is just aesthetics. There we go, though. Which also means we can make this a straight one. And actually, not super important, but while we're at it. So if they chop one of these down, they might be able to build a path, like build a wall, not a wall, a ladder up against this one, and then attack from upstairs. Ugh. I wonder if that's what would happen. I kind of need you to focus on this one, mate. No, actually I don't. I need you to focus on these as well. I need you to focus on everything. Okay, you're being called in. We need more construction. Apparently, oh. Alright, we... Wait, they're not attacking? They're not attacking. Alright, so we live another day, I think. Okay, cool. Cool. Still a bit worried now about this, but I'm hoping that this wouldn't be the case. Regardless, where are you going, mate? I think I am going to end the episode here. Since they're not attacking, we can build a little bit more, and hopefully we'll be able to see the second attack and survive it, more importantly. Alright, after I fix this, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.